Previously, we worked with equations that are transformable to au squared plus bu plus c equals 0 and radical equations. This time, let's have rational algebraic equations transformable to quadratic equations. Let's have some examples. Say solve the equation 1 over x plus 1 over x plus 1 equals 3 halves. The first thing that we are going to do is remove the fraction form of the equation by multiplying both sides by the least common denominator. Okay. So, wala namang common factor sa mga denominators natin. So, ibig sabihin yan, lahat ng denominators natin magiging LCD. So, okay, i-multiply natin lahat ng terms sa LCD na 2 times x, okay, times x plus 1. Okay. Pwede namang nandito si 2, pwede rin nandito lang si x, okay? Anyway, multiplication is commutative, okay? So, we are going to multiply all terms to our LCD, okay? So, we have 1 over x times 2x times x plus 1 plus 1 over x plus 1 times 2x times x plus 1 is equal to 3 halves times this. Okay, so you have 2x times x plus 1. And then, kakancel natin yung pareho lang or say, pwede na maging equal sa 1. Say itong x at saka x, 1 na yan. Ito rin, it's equivalent to 1. Then we have 2 also here. Okay, it's equivalent to 1. Okay. Then, tingnan natin kung ano na matira dito. So, what's left here is 1 times x plus 1. 1 times 2 pala. 1 times 2 is equal to 2 times x plus 1. Okay. Plus, what's left here is 1 times 2x, which is 2x, equals, what's left here is 3 times x here times x plus 1. Okay? So, apply the distributive property of multiplication. So, you have 2 times x is equal to 2x. 2 times 1 is equal to positive 2. Just copy 2x here. Is equal to 3 times x is equal to 3x squared. We have now the quadratic term. And we have 3x times 1 is equal to 3x. Okay? So, we're going to write now the equation in standard form. So, we have 3x squared plus 3x, okay? We can combine 2x plus 2x is equal to positive 4x. If we're going to transpose positive 4x to the right side, it becomes negative 4x. Okay, transpose positive 2 it's negative 2 now. So, we have 0 is equal to, okay, we have 3x squared. Combine, we have negative x minus 2. And then the last step is we're going to solve the equation using an appropriate method. And for this, I think we can solve it using factoring by trial and error. Okay? So, let's look for the factors. Okay. Factors of 3x squared are 3x times x. Factors of negative 2 are negative 2 and positive 1, or 2 times negative 1. So, we have here negative x here. So, we can have here negative 1. And we have here positive 2. So, we have here 2x. Then, we have negative 3x. Adding them, we have negative x. So, therefore, these are the factors. Then, we apply the zero product property. So, equate each factor to 0. So, we have now transposed these. So, we have 3x is equal to negative 2. Divide both sides by 3. So, we have x is equal to negative 2/3. And then, we have x is equal to 1. Okay? So, that's how we do it. Let's have another example. This example is quite easy. Now, this rational equation can be written also as 9 over x minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 1 over 1. Okay? So, I'll be showing you two ways to how to solve it. Okay? One is by multiplying both sides by the LCD. So the LCD here is x minus 3 only. Okay. So we have x minus 3. Ma'am, bakit hindi kasali si 1? Okay, kung isali natin si 1 dito, wala rin siyang effect. Bakit? 1 times any number, it's the number itself. So, si x minus 3 pa rin yun. Okay? Anong kasunod natin gagawin? Okay? So, ang aim natin is to write the equation in quadratic, in standard form. So, we're going to multiply all terms to x minus 3. So, we have 9 over x minus 3 times x minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 1 over 1 times x minus 3. Okay? I-enclose natin to sa parenthesis nga kasi ang 2x plus 1 is taken as a group. Kasi kung hindi natin siya malalagyan ng parenthesis, baka mamaya si 1 lang yung multiply natin sa x minus 3. Okay? So, ito pwede na nating ma-cancel out to kasi equivalent siya sa 1. Okay, ito. And then, what's left here on the left side is 9. You have 9 is equal to, okay, wala namang epekto dito si 1. So, gagamitin natin ang FOIL method. 2 times x is equal to 2x squared. 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. We have 1 times x is positive x here. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Then, we write the equation in standard form now. So, x squared is positive here. So, ilalagay lang din natin dito ang 0. So, we have 2x squared. Negative 6x plus x is equal to negative 5x. We have negative 3 minus 9. So, we have 0 is equal to 2x squared minus 5x. Okay, let me check that. Minus 5x minus 5x minus 12. Okay, so this equation can be solved by factoring, by trial and error. Okay, so what are the factors of 2x squared? We have 2x times x. Then the factors of negative 12 are positive 3 and negative 4. So, kung ilalagay natin dito si positive 3, dito naman si negative 4, check natin yung sum ng outer terms at saka lower ng inner terms. So, we have negative 8x plus 3x. So, we have negative 5x. So, therefore, these are the correct factors. But if you cannot easily think that the appropriate method is factoring by trial and error, you can make use of quadratic formula. Okay, so we have now equate each factor to 0. You have x minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, transpose. 2x is equal to negative 3. Divide both sides by 2. So our x is equal to negative 3 halves. Here, we have x is equal to 4. Okay, so we have the solutions now are x is equal to negative 3 halves and x is equal to 4. Okay, we have another technique of doing that. Okay, let's have this area. So we have simply get the cross products. You have 9 over x minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 1 over 1. Okay, get the product of 9 and 1. So that's 9 times 1 is equal to the product of this. Enclose the 2 in the parentheses because each is considered to be a group. So we have x minus 3. You have 2x plus 1. Okay, so 9 times 1 is equal to 9. Then we have use FOIL method. Okay, you have x times 2x is equal to 2x squared. You have x times positive 1 is positive x. Then we have negative 3 times 2x is equal to negative 6x. And negative 3 times positive 1 is equal to negative 1. Then we combine like terms and write this equation in standard form. So we have now 2x squared minus 5x minus 9. Okay. This is 3 rather. Okay, that's 3. 9. Transpose this one. This becomes negative 9. So we have 0 is equal to 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. So we arrive at the same quadratic equation. Okay? Then of course, this part would be the same here. So that's how we do it easily. Simply get the cross products. Okay? If you only have one fraction to the left and one fraction to the right. Okay? So for your practice, kindly answer activity number 16, items 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Now, after answering, play the video again to check your work. Okay? So, let us check. So, in item number 1, I think it's easier if you're going to get the cross products immediately. Okay? So, x times, we have x times, okay, we have x minus 9 is equal to 1 times 10. So you have x times x is equal to x squared. X times negative 9 is negative 9x equals 10. Okay? Then write the equation in the standard form. You have x squared minus 9x minus 10. Is this factorable? I think yes. Okay? So we have x. Factors of x squared are x and x. Factors of negative 10, when added, the sum is negative 9. These are negative 10 and positive 1. Okay? Negative 10 times positive 1 is equal to negative 10, and negative 10 plus 1 is equal to negative 9. So these are the correct factors. Then we continue here. Apply zero product property by equating each factor to 0. We have x plus 1 here equals 0. So we have here x is equal to 10. We have here x is equal to negative 1. So the solutions are x equals 10 and x equals negative 1. How about for item number 2? I think it would be better if you're going to transpose y na lang on the right side. So we have y minus 1 over y plus 2 here equals 1 minus y. Then, understood that the denominator of this number is 1. So we get the cross products now. So we have y minus 1 times 1. You have y plus 2 times 1 minus y. So what we have here is 1 minus y because any number multiplied to 1 is the number itself. Then we apply the FOIL method. Y times 1 is equal to y. Y times negative y is equal to negative y squared. 2 times 1 is equal to positive 2. Then 2 times negative y is negative 2y. Okay, our y squared here, or our quadratic term is negative here. So we are going to transpose this one to the left side to make it positive. So what we have now is y squared transpose negative 2y. So, and then we have y here plus y. We have y plus y minus 2y here. So we have negative y. Transpose negative y to the left side, we have positive y. Then transpose positive 2, it becomes negative 2 equals 0. Then we look for the factors of this trinomial. Okay. Let's write this one first into a trinomial. So we have y squared plus y is equal to 2y minus 2 equals 0. Then find the factors. Okay. Can we solve this one by factoring? I think not, because we cannot think of factors of negative 2 when added. The sum is equal to positive 2. So we think of another method in solving this. So we can make use of completing the square or use the quadratic formula. Okay. So let's make use of the completing the square. So kapag completing the square, dapat nakasulat sa y squared plus 2y is equal to 2. But if you opted to make use of quadratic formula, that is still correct. Then get half of 2 here, then square it, that is positive 1, positive 1. And then we express this one as a square of a binomial. We have x squared. Half of 2 is equal to 1. Then we have 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Then, we are going to raise both sides to 1 half. So, we can just have here x plus 1 is equal to positive negative square root of 3. Okay, transpose this. So, you have na x is equal to 1 plus minus the square root of 3. So, you mean to say we have x is equal to 1 plus square root of 3, and the other one is x is equal to 1 minus square root of 3. Okay? So, if you're going to make use of the quadratic formula, you'll still arrive at the same answer. How about item number 3? Okay? So, it would be better if you're going to transpose this one or make use of the what's that? The LCD. O sige, try natin dito LCD ang gagamitin. Okay, LCD is y plus 4. So, multiply natin lahat ng terms sa y plus 4 to y plus 3 over y plus 4 times y plus 4 plus 3y times y plus 4 is equal to 4 times y plus 4. Okay? So, pwede natin itong makancel kasi equivalent na siya sa 1. So, ang naitira dito ay 2y plus 3 na lang. 2y plus 3 plus 3y times y is equal to 3y squared. Then 3y times positive 4 is equal to 12y equals 4 times y is equal to 4y. 4 times 4 is equal to positive 16. So, our quadratic term is found here. So, we're just going to equate it here with 0. So, you have 3y squared. Okay. You have 2y plus 12y is equal to 14y. Transpose 4y here. So, it becomes negative 4y. So, 14y minus 4y is equal to 10y. Okay. Then, we have 3 transpose positive 16 becomes negative 16. So, we have negative 13. Okay. Then, look for the factors of 3y squared plus 10y minus 13. So, this can be solved by factoring method, by trial and error. So, the factors of 3y squared are 3y times y. And we think of factors of negative 13. When added, combined with 3 here, becomes positive 10. If you're going to place negative 13 here, so it's quite big. So, what if we're going to place it here? Then we're going to write 1 here. So, the sign of the linear term is positive. So, let's make it plus here. This one is negative. Let's check. It's positive 13y. You have negative 3y. Adding them, you have 10y. So, these are the factors. Then, we make use of the zero product property. So, let's solve here. You have 3y plus 13 is equal to 0. And we have y minus 1 is equal to 0. So, we have transpose. So, we have 3y is equal to negative 13. Y is equal to positive 1. Then, divide both sides by 3 here. You have y is equal to negative 13 over 3 and positive 1. For submission, just choose any 2 items from this set.